Peace. So let's build on contradictory. My own philosophical belief is that we, especially men, like to have this discipline to where you are one way, right? Like your foundation, your belief systems, your ideology, your principles are solid and firm, right? However, what we find out is that things tend to change. Let me tell you what I mean. You know how like when you see somebody on a podcast and they building, and you may see them this week building about whatever said topic is, and then the next month you see them on another podcast and you hear something that kind of contradicts what they said in the last podcast you seen them on the week before. And then you thinking that this old turncoat ass motherfucker, that's not what they said the other day. So you in turn look at them as being contradictory or wavering or not having a solid foundation. It's a thin line between wavering and being inconsistent and having a change of thought. You have to be open and have the presence of mind to understand that things happen to where you gain additional information and then you take a different perspective, which seems like you changing your mind, right? But that is a thin line, right? That's the gray area, because we all open to change our mind, right? We can course correct, and we can also reset the expectations, right? You don't want to find yourself painted into a corner to where you can't do what's right or say what's right or get additional information and you have a different perspective on something, right? Also, you get the motherfuckers that just be talking out the back of their ass and be wavering on all type of shit they be talking about. Now, what's the point I'm trying to get to? The point is, we all sound contradictory in one way or another. Now, not on our core principles, right? Our foundational principles are foundational principles. You don't waver on those. However, as you grow and you get more mature, so right now, right, I'm damn near 50. I'm not as impetuous and quick to pass judgment as I would have been 20 years ago, because I've grown, I've got more patient, more knowledgeable, and I'm learned to analyze things, more in detail, to be more mindful. Now, I can just be saying 2 weeks ago, smash on everything, right? Take all action, you going all gas and no brakes. And then you hear me now and be like, hey, motherfucker, now you talking about slow up? And I would say, you a damn fool if you listening to everything that somebody is saying and you holding them to that particular window as if isn't no wiggle room depending on the scenario, right? So even then, right, when we listen to people and we taking them on face value and we running with it, and then you hear them later and be like, man, I thought they said it's all context. And I would implore people to stop listening to these fucking podcasts and these fucking TikTok moments and not getting the full context or having a conversation with somebody, because somebody can be building about something that they feel adamant about, but they're only looking at it from one perspective in this conversation that they're having, not as in a looking at it in its totality from different avenues. Like whatever they building on with somebody on the said topic is, from that specific point they may say something, but that's not the whole grasp of what they was meaning. And we be looking at these fucking videos and holding people to this shit as if you taking the whole context. Cause I'll be doing it and people be saying shit and I'd be like, the fuck are they talking about? Fucking weird, you fucking weirdo if you think that that's the full fucking context. So don't be a fucking dick listening to these videos and just thinking that that's the full context. That's a sign of fucking immaturity, despite your age. If you listening to somebody and you're not taking the full context, well, they only said, motherfucker, they in the video. What the fuck? You know, if you were sitting there holding a conversation with them and then you pose your question that you're having fucking doing that fucking comments, you'd be like, well, they didn't say that. Motherfucker, that question wasn't posed to them. That's why they didn't fucking say it. What the fuck? So again, I'm just pointing out that things may seem contradictory. They may have some dichotomy within them, but be mindful that we grow, we see things from different perspectives, we hear other perspectives, and those other perspectives will broaden our horizon on whatever the said topic is, and we may be changed and we maybe don't. But this doesn't go, again, for your core principles. Your core principles are your core principles, and rarely do people change on those. But just having idle conversations, or you building and you can go back and forth and change your train of thought or what you was thinking about, just be mindful and stop holding people to fucking little bullshit that they talking about that really holds no value. They may be adamant or passionate about what they talking about, but it literally doesn't hold any value. It's just talking points and you just build it. So just be open-minded, and things dichotomy and fucking contradictory, take all that shit in stride, man. Stop taking everything so fucking personal. Everything ain't fucking serious, right? Enjoy the conversation, enjoy the diatribe, get a little entertainment, and move on with your day and do something productive with your shit and gain some value out of your real fucking life and this bullshit online. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna build in the next one. Peace.